if you grew up in a home where you didn't get a lot of love and affection and attention, you don't really know how to discern when somebody is being authentic about their feelings for you. So when you meet someone new and things are going really well and you feel like they're showing you all this attention, giving you a lot of praise, it can be really easy to get sucked into this love bombing stage because it feels so good and because you have been so depleted for so long that you just want to soak up all this good positive attention because it makes you feel good about yourself. And for someone who has not had that before or not had that very often, it can be invigorating to finally feel like, wow, someone really cares about me. They're giving me so many compliments, they're buying me gifts, they're doing all these nice things for me. And that's why the love bombing stage in a relationship can be so toxic. And that's why it's so very easy to get hooked in, because you think about like, well, if they didn't really care about me, why would they have done all these good things for me? Why would they have said this? Why would they have, told me that they love me within a week or so? But that's the problem with the love bombing stage, is that it always ends. But it does go back around in a cycle again. So if you're not sure if you're being love bombed, maybe pay attention to these 5 things. They're over the top really early on. Like, you've just met this person, you've only been talking to them for a week, and they're already saying things like, you're my soulmate, I've never met anyone like you, and talking about marriage or moving in together, or already talking about having kids. This feels flattering, but it's unusually fast and very intense, and that should be a huge red flag. However, a lot of times we overlook this because, like I said, it feels good to finally be getting some of this attention. And number 2, they're always in constant contact and giving you lots of attention. So they'll text or call all day and get upset if you don't reply immediately and insist on knowing exactly where you are or what you're doing because they care. So they'll ask for you to share your location or insist on spending hours on FaceTime just to know what you're doing, where you are, so that they can keep tabs on everything that you're doing. This is also a huge red flag because you should be able to live your life without feeling like you constantly need to be in contact with this person for them to feel secure about the relationship. Number 3, they will give you lavish gifts or do grand gestures. Like, let's just say after a few dates, they buy you a piece of expensive jewelry or take you on an extravagant trip, even if it seems disproportionate to how well you know each other. And they might use this generosity later on to make you feel indebted to them or guilty. Like, they'll say, well, I did this and this and this for you, kind of making you feel like you owe them because they did this nice thing for you. But generosity isn't about owing somebody for something nice that they've done. It's just about being kind to that person. So real generosity doesn't feel like you are indebted to somebody else because of a nice thing that they did. Number 4, once they feel like they have you hooked into them, the compliments and the affection is going to drop off, and that's going to be replaced with criticism and control. And this emotional whiplash makes you feel like craving that love bombing stage again, and that's what keeps you in this toxic cycle because you're waiting for that love to come back. And you keep saying, well, if he didn't really care, he would have done all those things in the beginning. And they will also become possessive about you spending time with other people, including your own family. And they will guilt trip you if you spend time with people in your own family, or even if you go to work when you were supposed to have plans with them. It's like they want you constantly with them all the time or on the phone with them all the time, and you cannot have a life outside of them. So if you have experienced one of these 5 things, let me know down in the comments below. If you are currently going through this, I would suggest you remove yourself from the relationship expeditiously, because this situation does not get better. It only gets worse over time, and you will lose years of your life to someone who doesn't know how to love and care about anyone, because possession is not love. Control is not love. Guilt is not love. Love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one.